Guerrilla Games is probably best known for their classic 2004 title, Shell Shock Nam 67, but did you know since then they've created 5 Killzone games? It's true, but now they're trying something different with Horizon Zero Dawn. So, is it worth it? Let's find out. 3 hours into its lengthy campaign, Horizon Zero Dawn comfortably settles into a gameplay groove. Players take on the role of a post-apocalyptic hunter-gatherer, combating the roaming robotic forces with her bow and spear while collecting resources along the way. But Horizon's ambition comes in miles, not mechanics. It's a land of alluring vistas, diverse natural environments, and bustling cities birthed by modest technology. Of course, there's a plethora of compelling missions, quests, and side activities, but it's the fully realized and ever-changing world that makes Horizon Zero Dawn one of the best games on the PlayStation 4. In the distant future, the Earth as we know it is gone. Landscapes are dominated by strange and aggressive mechanical beasts. The once vast social order has concluded, giving way to small tribes and barbaric societies. Enter Aloy, a young woman shunned by the local inhabitants as an outcast. To prove herself worthy, she takes part in a grueling competition for citizenship. But when a foreign power slaughters many of the participants, only Aloy survives. Convinced of her combative abilities, the Noah Elders bestow upon her the prestigious title of Seeker. Tasked to restore justice, Aloy will uncover the conspiracy against the Nora tribe, and perhaps the origin of civilization. Horizon's story is a startling recognition of mankind's fragility. Without modern conveniences and education, humanity devolves into pockets of superstition, prejudice, and cruelty. But the writers never wag their finger towards these unfortunate natural progressions, instead empathizing with these often misguided characters. There's an admirable logic to every action and decision, even when the intentions are indefensible. Aloy is a brilliantly designed protagonist. As a lifelong outcast, her curiosity allows the audience to be informed of the world's history and customs. But it's her bravery that represents current sensibilities, openly questioning and criticizing ancient traditions. Considering its narrative absurdity, remember, we're essentially talking about cavemen versus robots here. Horizon's focus on human behavior creates a believable and surprisingly relatable story. With plenty of audio logs, written diaries, and branching conversations, Zero Dawn effortlessly justifies its fantastical elements. As an open-world game, Horizon's systems are seemingly slim, with wildlife hunting, resource collection, and item crafting. But each of these elements seamlessly weave into one another, creating an absorbing gameplay cycle. Whether in story missions or side activities, most of Aloy's adventures will center around defeating numerous varieties of mechanical creatures. Mammoth ice-spewing beetles, ferocious electronic hawks, heavily armed dinosaurs, and violent humans roam in packs, requiring patience and strategy. But Aloy's ancient technology gives her insight into enemy locations and weak points, providing a goal in every battle. With her trusty bow and collection of assorted arrows, players will need to utilize these vulnerabilities to overcome the feral robot's strength in numbers. Yes, Horizon is first and foremost a third-person shooter, but it's the numerous approaches and expanding familiarity that make every hunt deeply engaging. Hiding in the tall grass for a stealthful strike or slowing down time to shatter a beast component with the proper arrow severely alters the tide of battle. Aloy's small health bar always reinforces the importance of smart play, but as her arsenal expands, so do her tactical opportunities, with elemental tripwires sabotaging charging beasts and slingshots blasting back imposing enemies, allowing Aloy to thrust her spear into their exposed belly. Achieving levels opens up new abilities to balance the fight. Though 2/3 through the story, I was mostly content with launching 3 arrows at once and an improved dodge, leaving a portion of the skill tree untouched. Though the lack of a lock-on camera is a disappointing omission. Horizon's intense combat sublimely blends fast-paced shooting with enemy knowledge. While hunting certainly makes for good sport, it's the remaining carcasses that provide the true rewards. Valuable items and components are the source of Aloy's survival, with discovered mods enhancing her weapons and armor and materials to craft health items and ammunition. Though the abundance of resources scattered throughout the landscape means you'll run out of space before supplies. But not all materials are equal. Only certain combinations will give Aloy access to expensive shop items and cargo improvements. Thankfully, Zero Dawn's customizable quests create direct paths towards sought-after resources. Crafting an item collection is a mandatory element of gameplay, but Horizon manages to perfectly balance its robust complexity with an accessible system and rewarding challenges, adding a strong incentive to every hunt. But the greatest triumph of Horizon Zero Dawn is its massive open world. Dusty deserts, rain-soaked jungles, inspiring forests, and daunting mountains are each realized with stunning accuracy. The open locations demand exploration, And fortunately, there's a wealth of bandit camps to destroy, dungeons to conquer, and timed hunting challenges to take on. Even after my 30-hour playthrough, there's a surplus of untapped side activities. By now, you've no doubt noticed the absolutely incredible graphics, and while they are an undeniable technical marvel, it's the immaculate artistic detail that breathes life into every environment and object. Observing the robotic creatures' movements is captivating, communicating their unique internal logic and behavior. On numerous occasions, I had to stop and pan the camera just to take in Aloy's rich surroundings. At moments, there's almost too much to appreciate. From the barren snow-covered trees to the sandy cacti, Horizon's lavishly rendered rendition of nature is mesmerizing in its scope. Even the archaic craftsmanship of larger cities is eye-catching in its imperfection. I often became distracted during conversations by clothing material. While the ability to ride smaller robots and fast travel are welcomed options given the size of the map, I mostly traveled by foot just to see everything. Yes, it's really that good. Which is why even the slightest visual hitches are even more alarming. Though rare, I did spot the occasional pop-up while exploring. Cutscenes, on the other hand, fare far worse, with dozens of objects and attributes suddenly appearing. Faces can also creep into the uncanny valley, especially when the dialogue doesn't properly sync to their mouths. But these are small blemishes on an otherwise immaculate presentation. From the excellent voice cast, brilliant sound design, and non-intrusive yet beautiful soundtrack, Horizon Zero Dawn's audio and visuals are in a class of their own. So, is it worth it? Yes. Horizon Zero Dawn's impressive achievements aren't initially apparent. Sure, the plot is original and its characters are fully realized, its combat is clever and exciting, and its graphics and art are bedazzling. But dozens of hours later, it becomes clear Horizon is special, dramatically expanding its scope with unwavering quality and detail. Few games can match these lofty ambitions, but Guerrilla Games' latest effort doesn't simply match expectations, it excels. Horizon Zero Dawn is currently available on the PlayStation 4 for $60. If you've had a chance to play it, let me know what you thought, and if you haven't, let me know if you plan on picking it up. My name is Colin Tanner, and I'll see you in the next video.